You're meant to be nothing more than a pile of flesh and bones. A perfectly carved sculpture that could have been showcased and put on display, like a kid showing off something to show and tell. Maybe you could have even won me the Nobel Prize. Could have. I sell myself short. I created life. I created human life. A perfectly operational human that could feel, eat, drink, and sleep. I accomplished what others argued couldn't be done. I did it all. You all called me delusional. All of you, they called me crazy. I knew they were just trying to convince themselves I wasn't a threat to them. You know, I'm capable of more, being something they could only dream of being, you know? Something beautiful, something godlike. They all wish they were me. They all wish they could do what I could do with these hands. They have no idea how beneath me they are. But no, I chose to keep you here because I wanted to do what was best for you. Why did I want to do best by you? I could have disposed of you all, like all the others, and never given a second thought, like not even a shed of tears. It's all your fault, AGL. It's all your fault. You ruined me. Why'd you have to make me feel this way about you, and then give me nothing for it? I programmed you a heart. I programmed it for you. I made you one. So why? Why don't you use it? Why don't you use it? It didn't have to come to this. It didn't have to come to this. But now you've left me no choice.
Chiao. Don't mind the broken glass on the floor. I was just doing some new experiments and accidentally knocked some things over. You know how clumsy I can be sometimes, especially when I'm overworking myself. I get more clumsy than I already am. So you were eavesdropping, were you? I told you not to do that countless times. What did I tell you to do if I'm working and end up getting just a little bit too loud? Put on your headphones and tune me out. Exactly. So you do know what to do. You just chose not to do it. I honestly don't know if that's better or worse, AGL. If it was something that I wanted you to hear, I would have just gone and said it right to your face. Instead of talking about it in a completely separate room with the doors closed. I closed the door for a reason. I wanted some privacy so I could focus on my work. Oh, I see. I got you involved when I started yelling. Is that how you feel? All bark and no bite, isn't that right, AGL? I don't even have to lay a finger on you and you flinch. Do I really scare you that badly? I apologize. You don't deserve to be talked to like that. I let my emotions get the best of me again. Guess it's just another thing I can't control in my life, huh? My whole life. All I ever wanted was control. Complete control instead of being the one who was controlled. My whole life has been orchestrated and I have nobody to blame but myself for that. I let people control my every move. People of lower intelligence dominate my every move like I'm a puppet on strings. I allowed them to have their fun at my expense because that's the view I had of love. I was brainwashed into believing that is what love is. That being chewed up and spit out like poison in their mouths was a sign of devotion. When in reality their so-called love was about as cheap as something sold at the 99-cent store. It's available to you, affordable, and appears high quality on the outside. But when you take it home, spend more time with it, that's when it falls apart. That's when you realize it's fool's gold. It's funny, really. Love is like a drug. You get addicted to it, and everyone thinks it's a feeling of ecstasy, like you're on cloud 9. And maybe that's true. But nobody tells you about the consequences of falling from that cloud. The crash from the high and waking up on the cold, hard floor, scarred and alone. And all you want is that one person that you can't have. Because they will never love you like you love them. No, don't come near me! You don't have a right to feel sorry for me! Not after what you've been planning! You're so selfish. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, So, we're just going to sit here and play the ignorant card, are we? Do you really think I'm that stupid? Do you really think I can't see the signs? I know you like the back of my hand. I sculpted you into my perfected creation. And because I sculpted you. I knew this day was coming. Knew that soon enough you'd start to have hopes and dreams of your very own. But I always believed those hopes and dreams would include the both of us. Not just you. You think I'm worried about little glass? Oh, AGL, you stupid, stupid brat! You have hurt me far worse than any piece of glass ever could! Look at you. Look at those beautiful eyes that used to be filled with so much admiration. You used to breathe for me. In fact, if you could, you would take the air that I breathe so you would be that much closer to me, wouldn't you? But that's not the case anymore, is it, honey? No, because AGL thinks she's all grown up now, doesn't she? AGL is such a clever, grown-up, mature being who always knows what's best, doesn't she? Forget about me, right? Forget about what I've done for you! Leave me behind like everyone else does! Too fast. Everything's moving too fast. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just need to try again. Where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? Something's very wrong. She can't. She wasn't supposed to leave. She was supposed to stay here. She was supposed to be different. She was supposed to be better. She was supposed to be mine. Think. There must have been some line of code that I forgot to program. There must have been something I missed. I must fix it. Must find out what's wrong. I can't lose her. I can't start all over again. I can't. No. Everything is right. I did everything perfectly. This is why. Why won't you just love me? Why? Why did you have to make me this way? Why did you have to make me fall so hard for you? Why? Why couldn't you just be happy with me? Why? Tell me why? You had to dream. This wasn't enough for you. It couldn't be enough for you, could it? You want to know why I created you? What the inspiration was behind your existence? Fine. If that's what you really want. It started with an old patient of mine. You see, back before I had my own laboratory, the one you're standing in right now, I was a doctor at a certain institution. The inmates of said institution were, how should I put this, discarded by society. Inside their own heads, as they were. Insane, lunatic, whatever you want to call them. And, well, nobody really gave them much thought. So I took it upon myself to administer my own form of therapy, my own experiments, I suppose you could call them. And there was one in particular that really caught my eye. His name isn't really important, but he had a rather curious nature about him. Carving symbols into his walls, wouldn't stop screaming, crying, laughing. There were some days where I would just wonder, what would it be like had I just dumped him at the side of a road outside a bar and just sat back and watched the fireworks? A delusional, obsessive, and broken individual who couldn't breathe unless his obsessions were in his sights. He was broken beyond repair. There was no saving him, save from a bullet to the brain, really. But he always had this fascination with angels. He claimed he could see them, these mysterious apparitions that were inside all of us, just begging to be set free. Naturally, I wanted to get to the bottom of this mystery, so, well, I took an interest to him, more so than the other inmates. I would run tests on him, sensory deprivation, auditory stimulus, even mirror tests. I wanted to know what made the obsession form, what made it stick. But he never broke. It seemed the harder I pushed, the more he descended into madness. It just fueled his delusions and gave his obsession more power. I never knew someone could be so obsessed with anyone. I never imagined I could ever feel the way about anyone the way he felt about his angels. So I was sort of inspired, moved really. Where he had to dig and claw and scratch through the dirt to get at his angels. Well, sometimes this brain does come in handy. So I took it upon myself to make my own angels. There were many casualties, many iterations that collapsed and never really met my standards. I have very high standards, and none of them could ever seem to meet them. That was until I met you, that is. You ignited Something within me, something that couldn't be burnt out. You made me feel alive for the first time in my life. I finally felt like I had a purpose. I finally felt like I was in control. Something so pure, so strong. Something I never thought I'd ever feel. I felt free as an angel. And because you made me feel that way, I thought I'd give you a name that matched it perfectly. Hence the name. AGL. And now, you have the nerve to sit here and try and take that away from me. That's not going to happen. I won't let that happen. You are not allowed to exist without my approval. You are not allowed to think differently without my say-so. And you are not allowed to ever say no to me. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all going to be all right. I just have to reprogram you. That's all. Well, actually, it's probably going to be a lot more complicated than just some simple reprogramming. I may have to discard you all over and start again, but, well, sometimes you have to make sacrifices for love, right? I would know. I've done it my whole life. You're broken. I will fix you. Remove the badness, the rot. Take you apart piece by piece. Strip you down to root code. Reformat the synaptic mapping. Discard this defective version. You weren't supposed to be like everyone else. You were supposed to be my darling, my everything, my angel. But now I see that life can never be that great. Life has a way of tricking you when you really, really need it not to. Don't make this harder than it needs to be, AGL. I wish things could have been different. I really do love you. But genuine love isn't something that can be programmed or constructed in a lab. Genuine. It's a very interesting word. I try to be genuine towards you, but, well, look where that's gotten me. Even putting on that accent. Life has a way of making me want to hide myself, to put on a face, to be something different. But I suppose that's your apathy towards me doesn't really matter, does it? My honesty towards you doesn't matter. My outward appearance doesn't matter. My professionalness doesn't matter. So why put on a performance? Why pretend to be something I'm not? No amount of numbers or progress can speak as loud as a beating heart. Love is something that's natural. Something that can never be fully understood, so I'm not sure why I was surprised when I couldn't code it into you perfectly. It was never meant to be. Just like it was never meant to be between me and... Anyway. They got away. They got away from me. I wish that I could hear a genuine I love you from those perfect lips of yours. Well, maybe in another life, huh? Don't take this personally, AGL. I'm sure you understand. It's just necessary. Nothing to say? I must say, you're getting a little quiet. Oh, you're trying to escape. You didn't think I'd lock the door? You really think you could run away from me? Oh well, come here. You stupid little creature. It is fun watching you think that you have free will here. I suppose I neglected to tell you about a few certain functions I included in your code. Specifically this one. Freeze all motor functions. Can you try and move now? See if you can hit me. See if any part of you is still working. Well, I mean, your eyes and your brain is still functioning. Just, well, none of these annoying little movements. Attempts to escape, protests, all that is just tossed out the window now. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to endure. Here, let me give you a sample of what awaits you. Come on. Let's get you back to the table. I'm going to have so much fun with you. I'll have plenty of activities for us. I just hope you'll last long enough to enjoy the full experience. I suppose I love you in my own special way. Let's see if you can figure out what it is.